Hi, guys, and welcome to this month's mug. So, I'm your host, and for those who don't know me, my name is Amy. I'm part of the customer success team here in Provident CRM for Monday.com. Today, I'm joined with the fantastic Keane Brennan, also from the CS team. And so today, sorry, before we dive in, I'm just going to do some housekeeping. So today the demo will run for approximately 30 minutes. We'll aim to keep it under that. This is an open discussion. However, with this particular session, we want you guys to get on board and be as involved as you can. Um, and yeah, feel free to drop any questions into the chat as we go. And also to be able to, as Keane had said as well, to give us as many reactions as you like, what you like and what you don't like. And for those who do get involved, as always, we have some mugs to give away. So you will be receiving a recording of this session tomorrow, along with a quick survey. So as always, we love your feedback. It's also really a great opportunity for you guys to suggest some new features or topics that we can have in our next mug sessions. Um, Perfect. So on today's agenda. So, challenges in the service world. So that's what we're going to be tackling first. Keen is going to also cover the future of service management, which is powered by AI.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to cover the demo. And then that's going to be followed by a Q&A session. And we also have a breakout room afterwards for 15 minutes. If you guys have any questions that you want to have a one-on-one with myself and Keen, please feel free to join that as well. Okay, perfect. And again, if you've any questions throughout this, just pop up your hand and yeah, get involved. So the challenges. So raise your hand if you have sometimes, feel that your team is buried in tickets and you can't keep up with the volume. So with Monday service, everything comes in with one place, so you don't have anything that gets missed, and you can finally really stay ahead of the queues with this as well. The next challenges that we have would be manual repetitive tasks that are eating up your time. So with this as well, on Monday services, everything is centralized and it's all automated as well. It's customizable, automated as much as you like. So it really saves on time for you. Next, we have collaborating across our teams. So this can be messy. It can slow down issue resolutions as well. So with cross-team collaboration being messy, Monday service is basically, and I'll show you in the demo how seamless of a process it is. Again, with centralization of everything in one spot. Um, Sorry, excuse me. The next challenge that we have is that the company is not adapting as well to your service processes the way that you'd like them to do. So with Monday Service, you can design intuitive, customizable workflows that fit into your company's design, and that actually works for us. So it drives faster adoption, and it leads to like a smoother service process. Service processes. And then finally, your team is spending far too much time firefighting instead of focusing on the long-term improvements for the company.
Mm.
So with Monday service, you're able to streamline your requests. So this is actually going to automate your workflows. So this is going to free your time from constant firefighting. So you can really focus on driving those long-term improvements as well.
Yeah, and just on like the challenges, like a lot of people are using like so many different tools and everything is fragmented. So, you might have a mix of emails coming in, you have spreadsheets, you have different ticketing systems, chat apps and stuff. So a lot of things are like slipping through the cracks, which are some of the main challenges. So we know ourselves that like we as users of like a lot of different services, we kind of have that high expectation from people like Amazon and Netflix, where it's all personalized and you're getting those responses
Mm,
straight away. There's also the issue like of resources that, teams are expected to handle more and more now with fewer people. A lot of teams are
yeah,
getting smaller. A lot of people are trying to delegate as much work as they can to AI. So, that's only going to make things harder for people who are not using kind of a unified system.
yeah,
And then not having maybe like a clear dashboard or something, or one place where, kind of some of the higher ups can go and see exactly what's going on with all these cases and things. So yeah, they're kind of some of the main challenges I would say, for sure, for sure.
definitely. Um, Perfect. So, yeah, our service teams they don't have it easy at the moment, right, Kim?
Yeah, yeah. So exactly, just kind of basically, this is just kind of covering exactly what I said there. So again, increased
Mm,
expectations. People want those like responses in an instant. I know if I'm on like an online chat and I'm even waiting for 2 minutes, I'm kind of like, oh, I just want to exit this.
yeah,
Like, and you're already kind of angry.
no patience.
Um, yeah, no patience at all. But it's because like we're so used to knowing what good service is like and getting those instant responses. So
Yep,
yeah, I mean, all the above I just kind of covered there already. It's like a constant pressure again to cut down on costs. So the teams are getting smaller. There's a lot more that smaller teams are going to have to deal with. So yeah, if you want to go on to the next slide, I'm going to talk a little
perfect.
bit about then the future of service management and what it can look like. So I think the first thing we all want, the ideal service management thing to do is be more automated. So
Mhm,
yeah, perfect on the slide there. Nice, nice timing.
mhm.
So it's all about taking like the repetitive manual work off people. So that's where Monday service is really good.
Yep.
So you have built-in automation, so all your requests are instantly routed to the right team. Updates are going out without anyone having to type them, so you can have like automated email responses. And then, these repetitive issues are going to resolve themselves. So it means you're spending less time on admin and you're mostly focused on the work that actually matters, which is going to make a difference to like anyone that's even internal or your customers. So yeah, if you want to go to the next one,
Mhm.
personalization then.
Yeah.
So with Monday service, personalization does come built into the way you work because every workflow, board, dashboard, that can all be tailored to fit your team's needs and your
Mhm.
guests' different types of processes. So instead of forcing everyone into like a one size fits all type system, it adapts to you, it adapts to your customers, and yeah, it will adapt to how you track your work and track your performance and things. So the result, I guess, from that is that both your team and your customers are getting an experience that feels like it's a lot more personalized. It takes a lot of the information that's coming in, and you can,
Mhm.
customize your responses to those customers, so it doesn't feel generic. Next thing, I guess, a more unified experience. So
Yep.
with Monday service, what it's really good at is bringing everything into one place. So all the requests, the conversations, files, workflows are all in one single hub. So instead of like bouncing around between like loads of different spreadsheets and emails and all this stuff, you always know where the latest update is because it's in one area. So it's really cool. And then I guess you can make better decisions faster if you know where everything's at. And
Yeah,
then
that's true.
finally, like looking at being more proactive, I guess. So with AI and automations, your incoming requests can be auto categorized and sent to the right place instantly. So you can also, with that, spot a lot of trends. So say, there's a few people on the team that are always like requesting a password reset because they can't be trusted with passwords in their memory.
Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
one of them. Amy, I think you're another one. We're always annoying the
Excuse
IT
me, how
teams
dare
about
you?
this.
Never.
They can kind of have it set up where like they can automatically send you a reminder of your password if the AI detects, what the conversation is like, and it can do it all automatically, send you that reply. Um, and yeah, it just you can spot trends to stop things turning into bigger problems. So in Monday service, you might have like a category where you have the different categories of your tickets coming in. So AI can
Mhm.
look at maybe the request and automatically categorize it. And you can be like, wait, we've loads of these VPN issue requests coming in. Like maybe we should sort out, this and so it's not a bigger problem at the end of the day. So yeah, those are some of the ways we can imagine how service is going to be a lot better and not generic and it'll be more personalized. So that is the dream.
It is the
And
dream.
I think Monday service is kind of, it's kind of here for that. And I think it'll achieve a lot of these things. There again is a Monday service experience slide.
Mhm.
We have our employees over to the left. I wonder are they real people? Or I can just
Absolutely.
imagine Rosalind doesn't get on very well with Baron. They don't seem
Poor
like they're going to
Sally.
be well. But yeah, that's kind of just a slide on the Monday service experience and the workflow. But I think it's probably time to take a look at Monday
Ooh.
service, you know, what the interface looks like, and Amy will be fantastic to kind of run you through that. So
Yep.
see if any questions here. Oh, James, nice to see you on the call. I haven't spoken to you in a while. Yes, we will be able to get that recording to you, so you'll have it within a day, as the teacher says. So,
Brilliant. So this is Monday service. As you can see, it is quite similar to the rest of the features that we have here, like CRM and work OS of the layout.
mm,
So over to your left hand side is where you'll be working from. You've got this is where your tickets can be created. Once you're in here, you've got there's different types of there's different ways that your tickets can be created. So they can be created by an email. So that's like via Gmail. There's like different channels here that you can add a channel for it to be created. So if somebody emails in through this inbox, it will come straight through into a ticket form. You can also add in, so I can add my email address here, and then so they can also, if I'm working on the service team, and they can either email myself once it's added into that email address added within the ticket channel, or if they just email in here, as I said, into support at Providence CRM Monday inbox. And so once anybody emails in through any of those email addresses, it will come through as a ticket in here as unassigned. They can also create it through a form. So the form, as you can see here, it's just like our standard form. It is a shareable link. It's accessible to everyone. So that includes non-Monday users. So this is exactly the same as what you'd have a form through Work OS as well. So you can share the form, you can copy the link, you can add it onto, you can actually put it onto your website if you wanted to. You could add it onto your emails. Um, and then also you can add them through the portal. But I'll come to the portal later on. So yeah, basically, and sorry, then finally, you can also do a direct entry into the Monday board as well. So once submitted, the tickets then automatically appear in the ticketing board, and with all the essential fields. So I'll just open or make this bigger. So with all the essential fields that you need, so like the priority, the request type, the time tracking, the ticket ID as well, which is really important. For people to have. Um, and yeah, so then if we click into one of the tickets that we have here, this is what I made earlier. So there's three sections per ticket. So you have the general info, which is here. So you've got your request type, you've got priority, the last customer reply as well in here, as in the response date, the ticket ID, which is really important. Um, and then really importantly as well, you've got your SLA. So this is when the first one's or when it was sent in and then when it resolved. So this is if you're hearing to time tracking SLAs, this is where you'll find that information. Then you've got your activity timeline, which is in this section here. So this is basically where you have your emails, your notes, any meetings, basically any updates that you want from here as well will be within this section here.
that's cool.
Um, then finally, you've got your details and your links. So this is your employment details, employee details. So if you've any assets, like connections to any, this will, sorry, connect you to any incidents, any assets that you have belong to the company or any other boards that you're associated to as well. So that there's kind of an overall of how you would, oh sorry, your overall information from a ticket. Um, so
That's cool because, like, a lot of the time when you're dealing with IT, they're like, "Oh, what
mm,
laptop do you have? What's the serial number?"
yeah,
They're coming to you, and there's a lot of time wasted on being back and forth. With that, like, you can see once a ticket comes in, you can see exactly what laptop they have, what operating system they're on, and like
exactly.
get to work straight away. And then in the center, like where the timeline is, that's where all kind of communication with that person
Yeah.
is. So you have then the AI summary up there as well, which is going to summarize your conversation. And
hmm
it's just like it's ideal. It's really simple to follow. But yeah,
Everyone loves
it's really cool.
AI. And then you can add in
Yeah,
your activities as well. Like you can add in your call summaries if you had one separate that isn't tracked within here as well. And there's loads of different options that you have here as well. If you need to order stuff for somebody as well, you can add that in too.
that's great.
So yeah, it is. It's really good. Like it's a single, hub of where everything is connected to that single line item.
Exactly.
Um, which is really cool. Um, then you've got so your communications and automations. So the reply option, so you can reply through the board's email as well. So if we click in here, sorry, so I've already added in as you've seen the channel. So if I want to reply, I can either reply, I have two options. I can reply from the service desk ID, or else I can reply from my own email address. So if I was to reply the details within here, this also has, you can add in templates. You can add in templates into this as well, and you can respond. You can pull the requester's data. So say if I wanted to put in, once it's my keyboard starts working, I can add in the columns as well. So I can populate the field. So again, like it's more customizable. It makes it more personable as well, even though it's automated, which is really good as well. Because it's like, you really feeling like, as Keen said earlier, when you're just stuck in a queue and you're waiting for 2 minutes, or even if you're speaking to a chatbot, it can get a bit, you know, annoying, we'll say. But if you have something that's more personalized, you feel like you're really being, that your query um is being like looked at by an actual
Yeah.
person, that it feels like you're being cared for more.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, you've got the responses can pull data, um the sorry, from the person's information from the ticket already. Um, and then you've got your automations, which will include the automations that you can add to that then as well. Once that's at the assistant, you can include the auto acknowledge with a ticket ID. You can send your first response that will stop once a reply is sent, things like that, which is really cool. Um, and then as well, your emails and your replies sync seamlessly through the boards too. So it reduces the manual updates that you have to do. So if I reply in here, I'm just putting hi Julie, and then do this. So I'm hoping that this will work now. But what happens, or what should happen, so you can see there that is the information is coming through here, and you can see the activity. So I've responded to her, and you can see as well that the first response, so it stopped tracking, so it's giving me an SLA against how long it's taken me to. It's added into the SLA as to how long it took me to respond into that ticket, which is good. And then what should happen, which is, of course, it hasn't on a live. So what should happen here, actually, so if I go into the queue, I'll just refresh, and I don't think it's working for me. Just 1 second. So usually what would happen is, if you go from, I'm not sure why it hasn't, but it would go from unassigned tickets into waiting for a response. In here, don't know if you would know why it
Cool.
hasn't either.
I'd say maybe just the automation isn't set up or maybe it was switched
Mhm.
off. I mean, I've seen it work. It works all the time. It's just typical with a demo that these things don't
Yeah.
happen. But, you would have an automation on the board that it's detecting when a reply is sent, it will move it to this group. It will pause time
Yeah.
tracking, etc. So yeah, it's probably just an
So
automation. There's no
it
problem.
will move from unassigned tickets. Once I respond to that, then it'll go into waiting for a response. So you're waiting for
Yeah.
the customer to respond back, and then it will go back into your open tickets then. So it does go, it jumps from one
Mm,
group to another, but it just really gives you an idea of where you are with any of your tickets that you have coming in. If anything is delayed or anything like that, you can see that there's like an urgency for things as well.
yeah.
Um, so next, what I want to move on to is our portal. So the portal is really, really cool. So we can click onto, oh, actually, can you see that now if I change?
If you're
Are
only
you
sharing the
still?
tab, yeah, click on go to portal there and see.
Yeah,
And
I'm
just
on portal. So just give me 1 second, because I'll
yeah,
just
you
need to
might just have to share the full browser with
reshare my
you.
screen. Just 1 second, guys.
Cool. You can see it.
Perfect. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so the portal. So this here is exactly, sorry. So this is accessible to Monday and non-Monday users, as I said. So your features will include, like, you can raise a new ticket, you can track all of your open and resolved tickets in here. So you can click into my tickets, any of the tickets that you've opened before previously, whether they're closed or unresolved, you can see it from here. And as well, what's really good is that you can have, like, you can open a knowledge base down here. So these are the different types of tickets that you can open. So you can have your general, that's where I've just created one. I'll show you how to create a new ticket
Mm,
block as well. So you can have different types of Different types of general or
groups and stuff.
groups, that's
Because
what I'm looking for.
yeah,
Mhm.
so like that's completely customizable. So if you wanted like, everyone to click on their own tab, so you have like marketing team, like
Mhm.
along there you can specify the group. So you can have IT, legal, marketing, if you want it to work that way. So if like it's pretty self-explanatory, if you're in marketing, you click on that and raise a
Yeah.
ticket there, and it will go into a certain group. But if you just want to keep it in one general group, then that's fine.
Yeah. If it's
But
just going
yeah,
to one IT group, and then
yeah.
it's pretty simple. Like you put in your details here. So we'll just say mobile not working, market is high, critical request type. It's an issue. Yeah, just copying this. And
Hmm.
then you can attach a file as well if you want to. So you can customize this as much as you want as well, of course, from the form.
Hmm.
Um, and then this will populate everything where all my details are for any open tickets that I have. So the portal is just really super handy for you to be able to share that with people outside of with Monday users as well. And now I'm just going to go back to, so I'm going to have to stop sharing on this for 1 second.
Yeah.
So you can customize your portal by going in here. So you can customize it to have the backgrounds that you want, the colors that you want. You can change the background, change your logo, and then the content as well. So you can add your different forms from here. So we were saying like your general, your IT, your legal. You can add a form or a link. So as I said, you can add a knowledge base within here as well. So that's really super handy. So if you have a knowledge base for people to go to, if there's like or frequently asked questions, and the answers would already be there, so it would save on time for your team to be looking at that as well. And then your security as well. So you've got members of your so these can create so who can log in your company's portal. So you have just internal people, or of course you can have your external guests as well. Oh, remove access. Sorry. Um, yes, and then so members of your Monday account are managed by the admin section as well. So you'd have to have your admin. You'd have to have access to admin for this as well. But yeah, it's really cool that you can customize it, and the customizing on that is going to get even better as
Hmm.
well with things that are coming in the near future. So that there is the portal. Um, and then the other links that we have here. So we've got our tickets, which I've gone through. Then you've got your incidents. So incidents really are these are for you. We have sorry, catching up on my words. So the incidents, so this is allow a visibility on how many reoccurring tickets that you've got. How many tickets relate to reoccurring tickets. So you can see here, this is your SSO is not working. We can see there's like two other related tickets that are quite similar to this as well. So it's a way for you to kind of spot on trends. And I know, Keen, there's another way for you to do it with AI, but this is more like adapted to kind of like just this group,
Yeah.
and the instances for reporting.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, yes, and then you've got your your CSAT forms, so your CSAT surveys. So I think this is really important for people to be sending out. So your CSATs, it's you can automate as well the CSAT goes out post ticket resolution. So if you've resolved that ticket, you can send and you can edit this as well. So the form will go out to your staff or to people who are using it externally as well. And it's just basically you can customize this to see exactly what information you want received back in, but it's just basically for them to be able to give you the quality feedback um through that as well, and then it'll be associated to that particular ticket as well, which is really good. Then you've got your employee life cycle. So this is really good for people who are onboarding and offboarding within the team. It's really good as well for you to be able to view and assess any kind of any what we say like any keyboards that they have, any laptops that they have, any products that they've taken from the company and what they have. You can be able to assess that in there. And then you've got your employee directory. So again, this is really good for you able to see. So it's a full directory of all of our staff that we have, and it's a great way for you to be able to see what tickets have been assigned to them as well. So it just gives visibility of any reoccurring tickets that they have. If there's like as Keen said earlier, if somebody keep losing their passwords and stuff like that, so it's
Hmm.
really good for able to see that. Um, and just basically if there's any specific things that are frequently tied to certain people and stuff like that. And then your assets management as well. So again, this is just be able to assess exactly what type of um what is the word that I'm looking for? So let me just
Devices,
open
I
it again.
guess. I mean,
Device.
equipment.
Thank you, Cian.
Yeah.
Equipment. That's the word I'm looking for. I was like, why won't that word come to my brain? So any equipment that they have, the models that they have as well. So that's really good for us to be able to keep account of that. And as well, if they need upgrades or anything like that, this is a great way for you to be able to assess all of this.
Cool.
Um, and then finally, then you've got your dashboard. So again, just like we have in WorkOS, your dashboard is basically just being able to, it gives you visibility of, open tickets that are by status, by priority, some SLA adherence, like, what's the average responses, the resolution times, just giving you that overall look of like the team department ticket volumes as well, which is a really good insight, fully customizable as well. And this will also show you some good trends. Um, and it's really good for for workload distribution as well. Fully customizable, and it's based on the businesses. You can base that on the business KPIs as well.
Nice.
Um, so yeah, overall, the takeaway from Monday service, I find it's like, it's robust, it's out of the box, it's an enterprise service desk setup for Monday.com. It's fully flexible to customize your workflows, your automations, your integrations. It combines your ticket intake, your SLA management, your assets, incident tracking, communications, reporting, and it's all in that one place. And while it's offering still a self-service portal for people to put in requests as well.
It's great.
So in a
Yeah, I think
nutshell, that's
yeah,
really. Oh,
it's really cool. The like the AI categorization, the auto replies, all that stuff. It's just gonna save everyone so much time. Employees are gonna be happier, customers are gonna be happier, you're gonna have less work to do. I mean, it's win-win for everyone, I guess. So yeah, it's great. Thanks very much, Amy. That was a great demo.
no problem. I think I
I guess
kind of.
we're moving on to Q&A if anyone has questions. I know we're at time now. Um,
I can see Letitia's just added in the survey for today. So if everybody could please fill that in and put in your request, even if you want to have a discussion on it for our next mug. That's where we'd like to get our ideas from. We want to hear what you want to discuss. I don't think we have any questions for now. Again, if you guys want to reach out to myself or Keen, feel free to. We can go through it in more detail. I know like that was very high level that I went through, but we can absolutely go through it in more detail with you guys as well. So I think Keen, that we could wrap that up.
mhm. Yeah,
Perfect.
I,
So
I
thanks so
think so.
much. Thanks so
So
much.
after this, we will have like a lounge you can go into
Mm-hmm.
afterwards. I think you guys might get a pop-up. So me and Amy are going to have our own separate table. So feel free to join us. We're free for 15 minutes so we can chat about anything Monday
All
service
the
or any other
service.
questions you might have. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Keen.